The rain outside the Manhattan skyline shimmered against the glass walls of Cross International, streaks of silver cutting through the city lights. Inside, the only sound was the quiet hum of the air conditioning and the soft click of a pen. Lena Hart sat at her desk, pretending to work, but her mind was far away, caught between logic and the pulse of her heart. She could feel his presence even before she saw him. Adrian Kane. The CEO. The man whose signature could change the fate of millions, and the man she had sworn to keep at a professional distance. Still here. His deep, controlled voice broke the silence as he stepped out of his office. He looked impossibly calm, sleeves rolled to his elbows, dark tie loosened just enough to make him seem human instead of the legend people whispered about. "I was finishing the presentation for the board," Maya replied, forcing her voice to sound steady. He glanced at her computer screen, then back at her. "You've done more than anyone else on this team. You don't have to prove yourself every night." "I'm not proving anything," she said, eyes fixed on her keyboard. "Just staying ahead." Adrian walked closer, his footsteps measured, deliberate. "You've been avoiding me." Her heart tripped. "Avoiding you? I see you every day." "Seeing isn't the same as talking," he said, stopping beside her desk. "You used to challenge me. Now, you barely look me in the eye." Her breath caught as she finally turned to face him. "You're my boss, Adrian. There are lines I can't cross." He smiled faintly, but his eyes were shadowed. "You think I don't know that? You think I haven't spent every day trying not to cross them myself?" The words hung between them like static in the air. The tension was unbearable, unspoken, dangerous, real. "I can't do this," she whispered, gathering her things. But as she reached for her bag, he gently caught her wrist. The warmth of his hand sent a tremor through her. "Maya," he said quietly, his voice low and rough. "Every time I tell myself to stay away, I find another reason not to." She met his gaze, her pulse hammering. "You don't mean that." "I mean every word." The space between them disappeared, not with movement, but with understanding. They stood still, two people fighting gravity and losing. "You're crossing a line," she murmured. "Maybe," he said. "But it's a line worth crossing." When he finally let her go, the world outside felt louder, sharper. The night air was cool when she stepped into the elevator, but her skin burned from every unspoken truth between them. 4 days, she tried to forget. Tried to bury herself in work, in logic, in rules. But when he called her into his office again, her resolve faltered. "I need you on the London deal," he said, his tone clipped and formal. "You'll be working directly with me." She hesitated. "Is that really a good idea?" He looked at her for a long time, then said, "No, but it's the only one I have." As she turned to leave, he added, "Maya, whatever this is, I can't promise it will be easy." She stopped at the door, her heart in her throat. Nothing worth wanting ever is. And as the door closed behind her, she realized she had already crossed the line long before she ever admitted it.